Hey, what's up, everybody? So, in this course, basically what we're going to do is I'm going to build an application, but instead of just typing out the code from a bunch of prepared stuff that I have, like basically steps 1, 2, 3, this is how you do it, and then you kind of watch it, and maybe you build it by yourself, or maybe you just follow along, or copy and paste, or whatever. I'm going to actually build the whole thing from scratch. I'm going to plan it in front of you, I'm going to build it in front of you, and we're going to solve problems together. When I run into a problem, I'm going to walk through my mindset and what I'm thinking and the steps that I take to be able to figure out the solution to the bug or the error or whatever it may be. And I think in doing so, not only will you have an application that you can put on your portfolio to help you get a job and help you gain more experience with this stack that we're going to be working with, but I feel like it'll also cultivate your problem-solving abilities, which, in my opinion, is a lot more important than just going through some tutorial and saying, "Oh, I built a calculator," or, "Oh, I built a website," or whatever. So that's what we're going to do. And the first thing we're going to do is start out by planning the application. So I'm here on my Trello board, Trello.com. I just created a brand new board, and if you don't know about Trello, check out my How to Be More Productive video. I'll link to it in the description. In any event, basically this is going to allow us to stay more productive and on task. So I have a list here for the backlog, and I'm going to create another one called Currently Doing, and another one called QC, it's Quality Control, and then another one called Done. Okay. And then in the backlog, we're going to begin adding the tasks. So the first thing we need to do is I've already named the application. It's the Nemo Stack Surfboard Shop. So Nemo Stack is Node, Express, Mongo, and other stuff. It's basically the men stack. I just don't like the acronym. I think it's kind of bro-y. So I'm going with the Nemo Stack. Just came up with that on the spot. So we are going to build a surf shop that basically sells surfboards or rents them or whatever. And I have a feeling that the end result will be like a website that allows customers to visit the website, view kind of like a gallery of surfboards that are for sale, kind of like Craigslist or eBay or Amazon. Have some search features, some filter features. They'll be able to log in and save their orders and stuff. There will be a way to order stuff and check out. I don't know if we'll do a full checkout cart, but we'll definitely do the ability to pay money to the owner of the site. So if there's a product, you can pay for it with Stripe. So there's going to be a lot of features, and we'll go through them as we're adding them here. But let's get started first with the basics. So we need to basically bootstrap our Express app. That's priority number 1. And then we're going to need authentication. We'll do that with Passport.js. And this is going to be a completely server-side application with a little bit of client-side code, but no front-end framework. So we're just going to use regular Passport. We're not going to use JWTs, JOTs, anything like that. So then we need to design the database, and so that will involve like our models. And so of course we're gonna have a user model, and then we'll have a post model. So this is like the listing of the surfboard. And then I don't know if we really want to call it a comment model. Maybe we'll make like a review model so people can review the post, say, hey, I rented this surfboard, it worked out really well, give it 5 stars or whatever. So that should be it for now. If I think of more stuff, we'll come back and update the model. So we'll add another card for building out our, let's see here, controllers. And if you're coming from the Web Developer Bootcamp, the course by Colt Steele, you kind of did an MVC framework. You did like the model layer, and then the view layer with EJS, model layer with Mongoose, MongoDB, and then the controller layer got kind of mixed with the route layer, which is really common for introductory, like beginning applications. We're not going to do that because this is going to be a kind of intermediate, maybe even a little bit advanced, a little more real world. So we're going to build out a controller layer, and then we'll hook that up to a router layer. So in that regard, we're going to build out our routes and build out our views. So you can see here database. I'll go ahead and edit this one. Model. So this is M, and then we have V down here, and then C, and then R. So MVC framework with routes, and we can have, I'm going to make another list, and I'm going to call it features, and I'm going to put it behind backlog, and then inside of here we'll put the different features that we want. So we definitely want a search feature, and we definitely want a filter feature. We want Google Maps, so we want the geolocation, and we want marker clustering. So marker clustering is actually gonna go with Google Maps, and let's see here, geospatial indexing. So this is basically part of our filter feature, where if someone types in the search or the filter like 40 miles or kilometers within where they are, kind of a radius, then they're going to find all the different surfboards that are for sale in their area. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save that. And let's see here, we're going to need password reset. So this is kind of part of user auth. So in fact, I'll just put user auth here. So auth is authentication and authorization. It could be either. So we'll kind of group the two. So we'll say authorization. We'll also have an admin dashboard, and we'll do password reset, which is going to involve a mailer so that we can send an email to the person. And you know what? There's something I haven't ever done before, and that's like a two-step verification with, we'll use the Twilio API. So we'll send a text message to the person's phone. They'll get just like a little code that we'll generate, and then when they type that code in, then it'll take their newly registered user from pending status to confirmed, and they'll actually be a user. Okay, and you could do that for login too. We'll just do it for registration. So authorization, admin dashboard, password reset, mailer, two-step verification with Twilio. If I think of anything else, we'll put it in there. Okay, so we have filter, search, Google Maps, user auth. We're going to want to have image upload, and we'll probably do a multiple image upload, so that there can be multiple. There can be just one for sure, like the minimum number of, well, if they don't put an image, then we'll have a default image. And then for sure we want them to put at least one, and then we can give them the ability to put a couple images. So there's a plane that's about to fly overhead. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud. If it gets too loud, I'll stop talking for a second. Okay, so image upload. What is some other stuff? We want the user to have a profile. Okay. And what else do we want them to be able to do? Well, we want them to be able to check out. So we'll have checkout with Stripe. And so that the admin dashboard will be part of that, where anytime someone checks out, we'll have it to where the person that owns the website, you, the administrator, has like all the different receipts, the invoices, so you can see how much money you're making. I don't know. We'll address that when we get to it, but maybe we'll get a little crazy and do some some graphs and stuff with that data. Okay, so I just had something else on the top of my head, tip of my tongue. What was it? Check out with Stripe, user profile. I'm blanking. It'll come to me in a second. So with all that in place, let's get started. So we'll go ahead and do, well, okay, so I just remembered something. It wasn't what I was thinking, but we'll do reviews. And then there's something else. I'm not going to waste any time on it, but I'll come back to it.